The guy we have coming through today, our guy Noel G.
Noel
Good
G.
morning, Noel.
What up? What up?
Bro,
What's up, bro?
it's cool to meet you and not see you on screen. That's so dope.
I know.
It's all love.
I'm
It's all
tripping
love.
out right now.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm not really a morning person, but I'm gonna flow with it. I'm gonna act like I'm up.
I love
right.
it.
That's
I
what's
love
gonna
it.
happen.
If you
I'm
need
gonna
some
act.
coffee,
I'm gonna
look.
act like I'm awake.
Bro, I drink straight up McDonald's coffee, so you know that it's gonna wake
I ain't
you
mad
up.
at you. Ain't nothing wrong with Mickey D's. You know
No,
what I'm
but you
saying?
want some coffee? I got you.
Not yours, but I already had my own.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm
good.
good.
You don't want to share?
I hit some Starbucks on the way here, so I'm straight.
Starbucks. You got money.
Sure.
What's your Starbucks order?
Ice white mocha. That's my hit. That's my hit right there. Lemonade.
Tall, grande, venti, or what?
Those were all my. Oh, why? Are you gonna make it appear here while we're on the show?
No,
or what?
I want to know. This is
Oh, I
an
thought you
interview.
were gonna
dog.
pull
I
a
don't know if
rabbit
you
out
know
the
about
hat,
this,
you know what I
Noel.
mean? I was
This is
ready.
an interview where I ask questions,
All
you
right.
answer questions.
Oh, it goes that way. I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
ask. Damn, that's put me in my place. All
Ice
right.
white mocha.
That's all good. Well, yeah, you asked. I'm
That's
telling
cool.
you.
No, I think that's
Ice
cool.
white mocha. Yeah. That's what's up.
You seem like a latte kind of guy to me.
Huh? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm a mocha guy. Lemonade, water, all that.
Damn, that's cool beans. All right, we got Noel G in here, and
Yes.
it's crazy that the I guess something you'll never escape is that people know you as Hector.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we got a stat here that says that you've been called Hector in more than 30 series and movies.
I'm starting to think it's my real name. That's how bad it is. Straight up. I'm about to go hit the DMV and switch it. At least make it my
could.
middle name, right?
Yeah. How did that happen, though?
No, it's funny because, it started off by coincidence. I always tell people in Hollywood they only know two names for Latino actors, which is Hector and Carlos. Because every script I would ever get, being straight up, straight out.
Yeah.
Every script I would ever get, TV show, movie, whatever, it would always be Hector or Carlos like 90% of the time.
Wow.
So it started off as a coincidence thing.
Right.
It's not like I was calling my manager, if I'm not Hector, I'm not doing a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Part of my writer.
yeah, like I was like, hold up, that's not in the contract, right?
Damn.
So it started off as a coincidence thing, but as it started happening so much, I said, let's just ride this wave out.
Yeah.
So now, wherever I quote unquote got the power to switch it or keep it, I'm like,
Yeah.
let's just keep it Hector and keep
Yeah.
it going now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's
So
one of
now
those-
I'm making those,
Yeah.
but at first,
Just
nah,
keep
it
it up.
started off
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's,
Because them going with Juan or Jose would be too racist. So
I
they're
know,
like,
right?
Let's go with like a Carlos or
you're
a
digging
Hector.
deep today, man. She's jumping right into it. We've known each other for years. We go way back, huh? I met
sure.
you in '89.
Damn.
That's why we're able to
We're
clown
that
like
old?
this. That's
Bro,
right.
I was 2.
Hey, well, I didn't want to say I babysitted you one time.
Bro, we're going to fight on the set.
All day
We're gonna
long.
fight.
I'll meet you in the parking lot. It's all good. It's all good. You
All
can
right.
kick my butt in your own dream.
So let's talk about church while we're here.
Go ahead. What's up? Bring it all up. What's
I
up?
see
I'm
that
ready. Stay ready.
That Noah, you've actually taken the time to make sure to go back and go into churches and kind of be able to tell your testimony. That's important.
Yeah.
You're wearing a cross on your necklace right now, and I know it's not just for fashion. It's literally because it means something to you. Talk to me about going back and being able to tell people, like, you know what, this is who I became, but what I came from is where the story starts.
Right. No, I got you. Okay, a sentimental moment now.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at this.
We're about to
Roller
light a
coaster.
scented candle in here.
I'm ready to cry.
So the short story is, when I was 15, I was introduced to Jesus Christ and learned all about him. And, I can genuinely say at that time I was real about him. I was all in.
Yeah.
But then to keep it 100, Hollywood kicked off. A lot of money came in. I saw the short skirts in the party, and I said, thanks, God, for giving me what I need. I don't need you no more. Turned my
Damn.
back on God and started wilding out for like 20 years. My life was a party.
Yeah.
I, quote unquote, the way I say, just sharing truth is truth, had the money to do it, the connections to do it, the quote unquote fame to do it,
Yeah.
and I did it. Anything you could think of, I pretty much did. Wherever your imagination can go, I pretty much was there, been there, done that. And in 2008, I just said, enough was enough. And I had to come back to God. But the proof of God is when there's a transformation in your lifestyle.
Yep.
There's a scripture in the Bible that says a lot of lips will be close to me, but their hearts will be far from me. So a lot of people will talk about God, but there's no real transformation in their lifestyle, which proves there's really, which would ask the question more so, or like the red flag, is there really God in your life or not God in your life? Because if there truly is God in your life, there would be a transformation in your life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's when God
comes with
talks about.
sacrifice too. I want your take on Edgar's because you have the look that we all know. When we think Latino male, when we think like right here and all that right here, look, it says gang leader, Latino convict, inmate number 1, Latino thug, Capone.
Joker.
I know, that's
Yeah.
why it was funny.
Yeah.
Like when I
All
first
your-
started
all
acting,
your
I go, I thought I
roles?
was here to act.
Yeah,
I grew
yeah.
up like this in real life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Like-
mean, I've been to college once. I had to drop somebody off, but I'm just saying, like, I'm like, give a homie a job, man. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm here to play now, if I got to play a doctor or something like that, I'm
Yeah.
acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But
you
no, it's
you have
funny.
like the homie look, right?
Yeah.
But right now the look is an Edgar cut. And it's
What
the
do you mean
younger
Edgar, though? Because you lost me there. Like, I'm old school, and I don't even know what
Oh.
Edgar
It's the
is and what
Edgar
you're
cut.
talking about. So
The
fill
kids
me
with
in
the
on
Noel.
that.
bowl cut. I don't know if you've seen the kids with the bowl cut with the
Someone
lineup.
Google
I
Edgar
might
to
have, but I
show
don't
me.
pay attention to all that. I don't know, man.
Because I feel like it's a
I know
fight
I
between
know
the
I look
Hectors
young,
and the
but
Edgars.
I should be dead already where I'm at.
No.
You look super young.
I moisturize. Got to moisturize and
that's the
exfoliate
trick.
the skin. You know what I mean?
It's
You seen those kids
yeah.
walking
It's like
around?
little
Yeah.
fluffy
And
up
Why
on the
you're,
top.
what do you take? What
No,
do
to
you,
each their own. You know what I mean? I got no judgment, but just not for me. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. You know what I mean?
did you ever have
Edgars?
like the bangs in front where it's bald but except the front bangs?
You're asking if I ever had it?
Yeah.
No, never. What are
Fernando
you
Vargas.
talking
Yeah, at
about?
one point that
Yeah.
was
That was
Fernando
in
Vargas
The
had
Fernando
it.
Vargas times.
Oh, okay.
You remember
Yeah,
that?
no, I've always had a shaved head. So the only time I had to grow out my hair is if it was for a part or something like that. You know, something different. Because you're an actor, obviously, you got to change your look.
Yeah.
But no, 90% of the time, shaved head. I got the wake up and go look. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep it simple.
What do you think is the most challenging role you've done? Like, I know you've done a lot of similar roles of like, you know, kind of like typecast in a way, but like, what's a role that like kind of made you have to go further? And dig deeper?
Honestly, I haven't had one of those yet to
Yeah.
keep it 100 with
Yeah.
you. But that's why we started a production company called Entangled Entertainment, where I believe if no one gives you the opportunity, give the opportunity to yourself.
Yeah.
So basically, because I could play different roles,
Of
you know
course,
what I mean?
of
I
course.
just never got that chance yet, or nobody's ever seen me in that light.
Yeah.
So what we did is we created this production company where now we're making our own films, and I'm
love
just
that.
giving myself different roles that are kind of out of the box, so people can be like, oh, he can play.
Yes.
You know, XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Because there's a reason you keep getting, you know, roles. You know.
Well,
like-
someone got to do it. You
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
know,
And
yeah,
some, some Mexican got to do it. We got to keep it authentic in there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
What's your favorite role been? Of
the one
all
that's paid me
actors?
the most.
Ooh, can we guess? Which,
You know what's funny? I got a true story that's kind of funny. I shared this on a couple interviews, but I'll try to make it super quick here. So before Fast and the Furious, I worked all kinds of 9-to-5 jobs. I worked Burger King, Denny's, Olive Garden, KB Toy Store, Toys R Us, Kmart, Walmart. Like I've been everywhere,
Toys
right?
is crazy.
Yeah, like back in. I took it there. And I was going to the same bank for 8 years, always depositing my check, same bank for 8 years, right? Working my 9-to-5 jobs. All of a sudden, I can't even make this stuff up. All of a sudden, I do Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah.
Big, first biggest, fattest check I ever got. It's a true story. I can't even make this up. I go inside the bank. I never forget this like it's yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I go inside the bank, and 8 years, same bank. I got to press that. 8 years, same bank, all 9-to-5 jobs. All of a sudden, I do Fast and Furious. Go to the bank, and the girl at the window, she goes, do you have a financial advisor? And I said, no. She goes, you should go to the back and talk to a financial advisor. I said, all right, cool. So I go to the back. The manager of the bank comes over and says, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm the manager. This is the assistant manager. And they give me their whole spiel for like 20 minutes, right?
Dang.
And I said, all you guys are funny. I go, you know, I've been coming to this bank for 8 years, and not once have any of you come out the woodworks to say
introduce
hello, to
yourself.
introduce yourself,
Yeah.
to whatever. And now I'm depositing a fat check, and all you guys want to come out of hiding
Yeah.
and say what's up. I was like, man, all you guys are fake, man. I go, put my money in the bank, and I'm out. And that was the day that, you know, it just kind of, like when I
hit.
walked out, I never forget that day. And I was like, dang, man, like that's how life really is.
Yeah.
So I never forget that story. So Fast and the Furious, ever since then, I've been very blessed in my life, you know, to not work a 9-to-5 since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of the story there. But it just kind of showed me, like, you know, you got to treat everybody the same. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're the guy washing windows or the director of the film. Everybody has to be treated with respect.
Well, because things can change in the drop of a moment. Because, like you said, you're working at Denny's and all these places. Then you get one role, and then all of a sudden, everybody wants to
big
be
break.
your friend.
Yeah, it was kind of, it was just like I said, I can't make that stuff up. It was funny, but it was just, I just never forget that day. And I left the bank, and I was like, man, that's crazy,
The
right?
reality.
Like Yeah, I was like, well, it's just how people are. What are you gonna do?
You know what's dope too though? That about Fast and the Furious, I would want to know how you even got into like them finding you. I know that car culture is so big for us Latinos. Like we know cars like no other, and your role in that is like like it's us. We know so many people that we could go, but hey, something's wrong with my car. Oh, you need this, you need that, whatever. Like, or you want to soup your car up? I got you, right? Talk to me about just finding yourself on set and being able to just be the guy. As much as it might be funny and stereotypical that you were Hector in Fast and Furious, that is a role that is us. Right, you know? Like it's representation.
No, what I loved about that movie too, you know, it was kind of crazy is because it had all different races in the same movie for the love of the cars.
Yeah.
That was the first movie ever, really, one of the breakthrough movies that had Latino, Asian, white, and black. And so that was kind of cool to be a part of that. But what brought us together was the cars, like was the heart of the deal. You know what I'm saying? But to be in that movie, it was crazy, man, because I was like, man, like, are we filming a movie here? It felt like I was getting paid to party. I think I caught a child support case on that movie. I'm not sure. But that movie was stupid, insane, but it was funny because some of the scenes that we were recording, the director wouldn't even tell us that we're filming right now. So he would set us up and he would put us in our spots, whatever, and he wouldn't even let us know what's up on game or nothing, right? So we would be right there in our spots. And he would come up to us 2 hours later and be like, all right, you guys can go home. We're like, I thought we were filming. Yep. He's like, we filmed you guys. Dang. And that's how he got the real authenticity of like what it was. I used a big word right there. See, I went to college. And so what ended up, I can't spell it, but I used it. But long story short, we filmed that scene like that. Like a lot of the scenes were filmed like that. We were filming when we didn't even know we were filming.
Dang, so natural habitat type vibes.
That's interesting.
Were you when filming's wrapped? Are you like, hey, can I ride around that car again? Or was there a car? You know,
I have so many regrets right now because honestly, social media wasn't around back then and all that stuff or whatever. I didn't think of anything like that at the time. There's so many great pictures I missed, moments I missed, all kinds of different things that I messed out on because I just figured because I'm in it, whatever, and I'll get to it later. But like. Yeah, it's like there's so many things nowadays that I just kick myself in the butt for because I'm like, dang, man, like I could have had that moment on tape or that moment on tape or that picture or whatever, and now I just got it right here. And so there's nothing I can do now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's beautiful too. It is what it is. It's for self, you know.
Yeah,
no one but you guys can.
It's hella
really
cool to have the memories. Yeah. No, I got you.
And they brought you back, right? Furious 7.
Yeah, I was in 1 and 7, but I just keep it 100, and I'm just like, I don't care, man. When you get older, you care less, and that's where I'm at right now. But I'm not even a fan of Fast and the Furious, man. It got too superhero for me, bro. Like, no, like straight up, they went to space in part 9. It's lame, dog. Like, I'm like, I think part 11 is gonna be cars underwater. Part 12 is gonna be cars meet dinosaurs. Part 13, it's getting lame now. Like,
we need to see Hector in space.
I tell people straight up, like, no, don't get it twisted. I tell people straight up, like, if you like superhero movies, then you're still a fan of Fast and the Furious, because that's what it's become, dog. Like, it got too lame for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of part 1 and I'm not even saying that just because I was in it. I'm genuinely a fan of part 1 because that kept to the roots. But how do you go from street racing to saving the world? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, it just got too lame for me. I'm just keeping it 100.
Which one of these is your agent? Who's here to be like, hey, bro, we want to be in 11. We want to be in 11.
I don't. Oh, but don't get it twisted. If they call me back, I'll be in it, dog. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be super Hector. So
I tell people I'm a fan of the check. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of that. But
are you a football fan?
Raiders, Lakers, and Dodgers. Those are my 3 teams right there.
Raiders.
Are you a Raider fan?
Yeah.
All day long. Come on, play.
Tell them the truth.
But I'm not.
Tell him the truth.
I'm a Raider fan.
He was a Rams fan last year.
I was a Rams fan for one game.
One day this, one day that.
Yeah, that's definitely big.
One game.
I don't even want to talk to you no more. I thought we made a connection, bro.
Lefty's a Vikings fan.
I thought we made a connection, dog.
How do you feel about the Chargers beating the Raiders?
No, well, we lose all the time. I tell people we're an emotional support team. You know what I mean? That's what I tell people straight up. We like to build other teams' confidence. That's what we're there for.
We're here for them. We're here for them.
Exactly. We're in it for other people.
We like to find new ways to lose every game.
But we lose with our head up, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Lose with your head up.
I love that. That's how you got to do it.
All right, Bruce Almighty.
Don't get personal, bro. I'm out of here, dog. Don't get personal, dog. You know what I'm saying? We were on a good wave, bro.
Yeah,
That's 2 for
come
2,
on.
dog. Raiders and Rams, and now Bruce Almighty. Third one, you're gone, dog. I'm gonna take your spot, bro. We have a new talk show host on the team.
But you hate mornings,
Nah,
see?
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person. That's why I'm ragged out. You know what I mean? Straight up.
But
If you guys could see me
your
right now,
socks-
I'm in swap meet clothes. Straight up pro
you
club.
are.
I
Hold
keep
on,
it
but-
100.
But your socks are high, right?
All day long, homie.
Yeah.
I got
Sock
Dicky socks. Come on, player.
His socks are high. I can confirm.
Okay, you would know this because we were talking about Taylor Swift and that fool Kelsey, the one that just got popular because he's dating her.
I don't know, man. I'm so bad with all that
The
stuff.
Chiefs fan, the Chiefs player.
I don't know because I don't really keep
Well,
up like
he's
that
with
with
us.
stuff. Yeah,
He's
I
with
don't-
us, ladies.
Yeah.
You don't know about him
He
either.
gets it.
I'll take that
Yes,
right or whatever because I don't.
Just say yeah.
I don't keep up with that stuff.
Just
So
say
I'm just
yeah.
gonna say yeah and give it.
Yeah.
What do you
I'll
do
just-
then?
Sarah, Jessica, Julie, and no, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Oh God.
We have our homie Noel G here with us. He doesn't want to put on his headphones. It's just you're running your own experience, fool.
Nah, you know what it
This
is?
is your
'Cause
big old head.
It echoes. Damn, they don't fit. That's the real reason why I can't. I'm like, at least make a pair in my size. That's cool, man.
They open.
They only think about small and medium people here, dog.
Ayúdale. They
That's tough, dog,
open,
you know what
fool.
I'm saying?
Look.
That's jacked up. baby.
All right, we have Noel G in here. You know him as Hector in 5,000 movies.
You know what it
We
is?
actually-
Because when I wear the headphones, they echo, and so that's what it is.
They echo.
Yeah, like in me, I don't know.
I love you. You love your stuff, and that's it. Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like you like things the way you like, and
That's it.
I don't know. Some podcasts, they like put the headphones. I'm like, all right, but you guys gave me the choice. I mean,
Okay,
God.
put the headphones on.
Noel, you
I
came
like-
in and you said, "Is it okay if I don't wear this?" No one
Yeah,
gave you the
coulda-
choice.
You could have. What do you mean? You could have said no. Put them on, fool.
We're fighting right now. We're
Put 'em
fighting
on,
in front
fool.
of Los Angeles.
We're already 3 fights in. What's up?
I feel like I'm in a movie.
No, it's
Hector
not
and
good.
Letty.
You
No
Hector
wonder.
and Letty.
I want to
Oh.
do a Fast and Furious scene with you. Can we just do that off air? It'll be super cool.
I'm with it. Let's go.
It'll be the one where Letty
we'll do
punches
it on
Hector.
Wednesday at the Hispanic Heritage.
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
reenact
we'll-
a scene and we'll do a skit right
look
there.
at you. You're so smart. I don't even know the mall that we're going to be at, and now you
That's
brought it
it.
up. Where are we going to be at? Where are we going to be at Wednesday?
I don't even know where it's at. I know it's somewhere. It's in a mall. It's in one of the malls in the United States. I know
great.
that.
Great
California.
promotion. Great.
That narrows it down. That
Look for
narrows it
Hector
down.
and Letty inside a mall.
We're
You're
gonna be
gonna find a
somewhere.
lot of
That's all
Hector
we
and
know. On
Letty's.
Wednesday we're gonna be somewhere.
We
That's
have a
all
game we
know.
want to play with you.
Are
you ready?
Let's,
It's
great.
called
That's
Which
right.
Hector Is It?
I should have known what I was walking
Oh,
into.
you need your headphones for this,
Oh,
bro.
you
Are
need
you
your
serious?
headphones for this
Yeah.
game, yeah.
I'm out of here. I just want to
It's
say
okay.
my last words, man. Love you. No, I'm playing.
No.
Ah.
Wow, look, they fit, you guys.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, wait, they don't work. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Nah, I'm playing.
You
ahead.
are all jokes.
Go ahead.
All right. So we're going to play a clip of a movie that you're in, and you're going to tell us which Hector it was, okay? Hector from which movie, okay? Are
Hector
you-
23 or Hector 17?
No, tell us the name of the movie.
The movie.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right.
Hey, so, why don't you tell us something, Os? How long you been a pig?
Yeah, training day.
That's Training Day, Hector? Is he correct?
Yeah.
Let's go. All
Okay.
I'll take.
right. Which other Hector do we have?
What's up, man? I'm gonna need you to hook me up. 3 of everything. I made a list. Why don't you?
It's Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, Hector? Wow, super cute. All right, keep going.
It's pop quiz.
up in here or what? But check this out, homie. You want me and the homies to apologize,
That's Bruce Almighty.
Oh, let's play it all out. What happens that one? Does it go all the way?
know if you lost it all up in here or what, but check this out, homie. You want me and the homies to apologize, right? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I'll tell you what. We'll apologize. The day a monkey comes out my butt, then you get your sorry. How about that?
He's like, the one thing I told you guys not to bring up, you're bringing up.
Oh, no. A lot of that stuff was improvised.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
For Bruce Almighty.
I mean, we got to stick to what,
Yeah,
but we
like
can
an
play,
outline of.
Yeah, we can play with it and make it our own.
But that's just even amazing to have like a solo scene with Jim Carrey.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Who's one of the best actors. to
So,
me ever.
funny story about that movie. I was only supposed to work on that movie 1 week, but I got 7 weeks out of it because Jim Carrey kept on rewriting the scene.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it was crazy too because none of this stuff made it in special features, and I
Yeah.
thought it would. What ended up happening was after that whole deal with the monkey happens, whatever, is one of my, Jim Carrey steps back and says, now it's time to teach the rest of you guys a lesson. So one of my homeboys goes, oh, yeah, you in what army? And what ends up happening is 50 Jim Carreys jump out of Jim Carrey. And then we each get our own individual beating. So
From
like
Jim Carrey.
from
Damn,
Jim
that's-
Carrey, yeah.
Jim Carrey crazy.
Yeah, his gang is he got a whole neighborhood, right?
Damn.
And well, anyways, that's what. So we actually started filming this stuff. So they were bringing in like Jim Carrey lookalikes,
Wow.
like the whole
What?
deal, and they were shooting the individual scenes. I thought this stuff would make it a special features,
It
whatever,
never
whatever.
did.
Never made it to special features. Got 7 weeks out of it. I was only supposed to work 1 week,
That's
which I ain't
dope.
mad at
Yeah,
nobody. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
Just
just
getting paid.
more money in my pocket, right? You know,
Yeah.
the checks were clearing. So what ends up happening is the reason why they canceled it all out is they said at the end, they said it was too early in the movie to display Jim Carrey's powers like that.
Oh.
So they said we kind of have to tone it down. And so I got lucky and they just kept my scene in there.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
Man,
So
they
that's
should
what
have
I-
brought it around like the.
No, it was
another
crazy
time.
because some of the other scenes they had were funny as hell. So like
And
they
it's
had
not- it's
they had
scrapped.
they had like 4 gangster Jim Carreys that were in the Impala. And like Jim Carrey was hitting the switches, and a homeboy was getting slammed in between the hood. And then they had my other homie. He had a tattoo of a dragon and a lion on him.
Uh-huh.
So the lion and dragon come alive and eat him. So that
That's
was another scene that we had.
wild.
And then there was the one Jim Carrey who did the finger thing, where he went like this to one of the dudes, and he bounced
Like
the dude in
moved him
between
around?
the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were filming all this stuff. They brought in the crane, the whole deal.
That's a gangster
But
flick right there.
it
We need
was.
the,
It
the
was
G
like-
version of Bruce Almighty.
I
Pretty
know.
much was. Yeah, that was like the rated version, but the R-rated version. But
Yeah.
yeah, so. But
Wow.
anyways, they canceled it, and
Yeah.
It's
It
got to
is what
be
it is.
somewhere. Jim, come on, bro. Please.
know, we need to
give,
see
give
this.
it to the world.
that's what jacked it all up. So
Hey, Noel, you have a lot of personality. Like, besides just being an actor, because I've
can I
introduced.
take these off now?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right, go ahead. I hear myself echo, man. I can't it's hard to talk straight. You know what I'm saying? I hear you though. She don't got them on, so I'm with her.
She's not
Oh,
talking
see.
on the mic.
Take yours off too.
No, no, no.
OC representing. Yeah, OC
No, don't let him be a bad influence,
on.
okay? What? Because I've interviewed a lot of actors too. Sometimes there's not too much personality because they kind of fill it in with the role. Did you always know, like, man, I got something, I can work a room? Was it always something like when you were young, you had it? Like, what did you know? Like, you knew you were different in that sense. You love to clown. I'm sure that's been.
No, all day long, because that's all we do with the homies. You know what I mean? If you're not talking mess, you don't got a real homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not the sensitive one. That's not me.
Yeah.
But long story short, it was funny though, because I never thought about acting a day in my life. It literally came to me. The short story is I was dating a girl at the time. She wanted to be an actress, model, and the whole Hollywood deal. She asked me to go to an acting class with her one day. I went. I never thought of, about none of this stuff, right? Like I was in the streets acting a fool, just trying to survive and live, right?
Yeah.
And I never thought I could be on TV. Like I was cool with being in the highway speed chases. That was enough for me. So what ends up happening was I'm at this acting class and right place, right time. And how many people know to win the lottery, you either got to be Latino or over 70 years old, right? So what ends up happening, I'm at this acting class, right place, right time. And there was a producer who was sitting in class that day who was just scouting talent. Comes up to me and he says, "You want to be in a Taco Bell commercial?" I thought he was on some whatever stuff. I
Yeah.
ended up giving him my number, ended up being real. 2 weeks later, I'm on the set doing a Taco Bell commercial at the age of 15 years old.
Wow.
I've been in the game over 30
No
years. I started when
way.
TV was black and white. I think I did some silent film. I'm just playing.
Hey,
And long
I
story
believe
short, what ended up happening was I did this commercial, but what tripped me out was at the time I didn't know about residual income. I was 15. I didn't know that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you like got to work to get paid like that, right? And for those of you out there, our listeners who don't know what residual income is, it's imagine you do the commercial one day in your life, but they show the commercial 15 times in one day. That's 15 checks. You feel me? So I thought it was a computer mess up, but
You kept getting paid for it.
Yeah, I was just cashing them because I want to be a good citizen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And do my part for the community, right? So long story short, I had my story for court. They kept on paying me. I didn't know. So what ends up happening was when I started getting all this money that just came, I went from like nothing to bling bling overnight, right? It was like hitting a baby lottery. I called up the producer and I said, "Hey, like, why I keep on getting paid for this commercial?" And he goes, No, that's how actors get paid. I said, "What?" I said, "Well, I want to be an actor."
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I'm like,
a good
sign me
incentive.
up, bro.
Yeah.
So the guy told me, he goes, "You know what? I like you, man." He goes, "I'm going to hook you up with a manager friend of mine." I said, "Cool." So I go meet this manager guy and I come in like this. I don't know nothing from nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening, he goes, "Man, I like you, bro. I'm going to start sending you out on some stuff. But everything he sent me out on was what you read earlier. Gangster 1, Cholo 2, Traitor.
Yeah.
I go, I thought I was here to act.
Yeah.
I grew up like this in real life. And that's how the acting got started. You know what I mean? So what I can honestly say, though, straight up, straight out, when I first got into acting, I'm just going to be straight up. It was all about the money because I never made so much damn money so damn quick. You know what I'm saying?
And then continually,
But,
like even in your sleep, you're making money because of when it's playing.
Exactly.
Yep.
And that's why I was like, dang, this works. So what ended up, I'm like, the white people invented that stuff, you know, residual income. White people were like, how do I get paid while I'm sleeping?
Yo, they snapped on that one.
You read the book, bro. I read the pamphlet too. So what ended up happening was, it was funny because what I can honestly say, though, is when I first started acting, it was all about the money. But as I started doing it more and more and more, it became a true passion of mine.
Yep.
Because you get to do fun stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's never the same thing. You always meet different people. It's always in a different spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nothing against a 9 to 5, but I couldn't do it. So, you know, the money just is a bonus later. You know what I mean? Like, this is the funnest job in the world. And you know what's up. Whether you're doing acting or you're being a doctor or whatever it is you're doing, if you love what you're doing, you're not working. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. And you've got to work with so many legends. Like, you worked with Dre and Eminem, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
Guilty
music
Conscience
video?
joint. Yeah.
Yes.
That was crazy, bro. To be a part of that was insane.
Because you must be a fan. Like, we're all fans of that. And, like, there's
Yeah.
no one that does it better than Dr. Dre. So then it's like, hey, we want Hector.
Dr. Dre was and then to be in Training Day with Dr. Dre later.
Yeah.
That was like, I got a double hit. You know what I'm saying? I got a 2-for-1 deal on that one.
Dang.
But yeah, Dre and all that stuff. I've been very blessed in my career to work with some legends, some bucket list people or whatever. I got one though that I haven't got yet, but I'm gonna get him.
Who is it? Who is it?
It's my boy Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Hey, Al Pacino.
That's my boy.
He just had a baby, dog.
I know, homeboy still have a baby, bro. He rocking it, yo. Hey, that guy's literally Benjamin Button. He going backwards, man.
That part. He's living life.
That's my boy. Right there,
Dude,
my
I
G.
feel like me and you are meant to do a movie together.
I'm
Because
with
there was
it.
a Letty
I'm
in
with it.
Training Day too.
Oh, there was.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
the
That's
girl,
right.
it's her wallet. Hey,
Hey.
my sister Letty. Like, it was like that.
That is funny. I forgot about
just-
that.
just-
That's
we'll-
right.
we'll table
That's
that,
a
okay?
2-for-1
We'll table
deal. That's
that.
cool.
But talk to me about your production company. What type of movies are you getting ready to give us? Because you said you want to do something kind of separate from what people have typecasted you about.
Yeah, so right now what we're doing with Entangled Entertainment is we're making some movies that are raw, gritty, and real. But to be straight up, straight out, we're making them for God. And that's what we're doing with Entangled Entertainment, to lead people to the Lord and let them know that Jesus loves them and that, you know, God will give you a way out when you thought there's no way out.
When it comes to like the Latinos in Hollywood, I feel like people know your face. They know Danny Trejo. They know Edward James. Almost, it's like a trinity. Almost, does that feel like pressure? Because that's some big dogs, and you're up there. Like that to me. Understanding that, and I feel like even with what you're doing with your production company, there has to be a responsibility now for stuff like that. You know, you feel that.
First of all, I'm just me. Like, people
Yeah.
will always be their own. I'm just me, so I just do what I do. But you know, Hollywood has taught me a lot. I've been very blessed, and you know, you get those little perks
Yeah.
because you quote unquote get to be behind the curtain,
Yeah.
and you get to see a lot of what's not seen on Front Street. And so one thing that Hollywood has taught me, if you don't know someone personally, or we're not involved in the situation personally, you really don't know a damn thing. Everyone's just arguing over air because all you know is what was presented to you on Front Street.
Right.
If you were not involved personally or know the person personally, what do you honestly really know about anything that's going on outside of what you've seen that you were not involved with?
Oh my God, it must
You know
be
what I'm
so
saying?
cool to kick it with you.
So that's why sometimes I laugh, because even when I do interviews and I see podcasts and stuff like that, I'll be real with you. I really don't care, because
Yeah.
now what I thank people for, I thank people for saying the right thing,
Yeah.
but I don't really know you to know you if I can thank you for you being you, because I don't know you to know if you're real about what you're saying.
Ooh.
There's a lot of people out there that will talk on an interview, but you know them behind the scenes, and you're like, gee, like, you ain't nothing, because I know you in real life, and you're nothing
You
like
did
what
this,
your
that, and the
interview
third.
was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now what I do when I see people, I thank them for saying the right thing, but I don't know
Who
you
you
to
are.
thank you on that level. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if you're Latino, black, white, brown, purple, red, pink, or blue. I'm going to help anybody with a good heart. You know, and I'm just keeping it 100. And I could only keep it 100. I got to share what the truth is, whether it offends or not. But if I'm not saying what the truth is, then I'm a liar.
Yeah.
So I got to say, I got farther in this business because of white and black people, to keep it real, not even my own Latino people, to keep it 100. And the reason why I get so irritated sometimes is because I see Latinos who are in the game now, and they say, oh, I was always for the Latino people. No, you weren't.
Yeah, I saw
because
when
I
you
was there
vlogged.
20 years ago when you were treating us like crap and you didn't care. And you had the power back then, we would have been on the map a lot earlier. Jeez. You know, the only reason why people are claiming like, oh, I care about the Latinos, is because we got social media now and we cannot be ignored.
Right.
So now they're like, oh, I was always about you. No, you weren't. If you were always about us, you would have done something 20 years ago when you had the power. Right. So I just get so fed up with like fakes and two faces. And that's why I said, like, I just don't care anymore. I'm me. And if you hate me for me, then so be it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to
At
be
least
me, and
it's
who
for
cares?
you
Like,
are. Noel G, thank you for coming through.
real.
Yes.
You're a great time. You're a personality, and I think that everybody enjoys and appreciates the things you say, because I don't know you for you to tell you that I like you, but I like the stuff that you say. Boom. See?
I ain't gonna lie. You had me looking like a cardboard cutout for a minute. I was like,
Wait,
what the heck? I know how to spoke.
That was us 2 minutes ago.
Well, I love you all. Thank you guys for. Is this the end?
Yeah, it's
Let me just say my last words. I love you all. Thank you guys for having me. If you want to keep up with your boy Noel G, do it on my Instagram, actor Noel G.
Come on.
And I say these last words: God first, and the rest will work itself out. Much love. Love y'all.
Come on, Noel G right here. It's Power 106.